All right, so many of our clients are asking this question that I felt like, why not I record a video, walk you guys through the math? Because the reality is so many people say the term, owning a home is the American dream. But I don't think so. I think that financial freedom is the American dream. It's just that most people get to that point by leveraging real estate. So I want to go through this with you very quickly. I'm happy to run the scenario for you guys. If you currently have a really great interest rate, but you don't love your home and you've been thinking about buying another, but man, I don't know if I should give up this house with this 2.875. I'm going to walk you through the math, and this is a true real life example that just happened this week. So we were working with a client that we helped buy a home in 2018. They purchased the home here in DFW for $450,000. The interest rate starting out was not 2.875, but a couple years ago we refinanced it, and so currently it's a 2.875. And we looked at things like, okay, if I kept this house, what would I be able to get for monthly rent? And would I be able to tap into my existing equity if I wanted to buy another? And the answer is yes. We can run a whole analysis for you on how much equity you could use and how much monthly rent you would need to wash out that payment. And guess what? You could buy another new home that you intend to live in with as little as 5%. You don't need 20% down. But for this particular example, we've determined that they could make about $345 a month by renting it out. Over 15 years, they would make $62,000 just on the cash flow, not looking at the home appreciating in value. And I share that with you because I didn't even include that in the overall equity gains, because I know that there are some of you that are like, well, but what if I have a tenant that ruins the carpet and I have to replace the carpet, get new paint, maybe the garbage disposal breaks? There's some expenses when owning a home. The great thing is that when your home turns into a rental, the way that you file taxes is drastically different. You do it on something called a Schedule E, and you can write off all the interest you paid to the bank, all the expenses, the property taxes, the mortgage, all that stuff, any kind of maintenance, you can write it off. So don't let that deter you, but I'm going to take this out of the equation and not even factor it. What we assumed is we said, okay, what if you buy another home and you kept this one? Where would you look financially in 15 years? So in 15 years, the current house would have been, you would have owned it for about 21 years at that point. The current home estimated value at a 5.5% appreciation rate would mean that that home is worth 1.3. Your loan balance, assuming you didn't pay any more down towards principal, meaning the 345, you didn't take that and put it in your mortgage. We're not even doing that. Your loan balance would be 168, and that would mean total equity in that home in 15 years would be 1.2. Let's say you bought another and you put 10% down. That was this client's example. You could have bought it with 5% down, but this actual client was putting 10. They bought it $750,000. The interest rate was 5.88, and it's like, Denise, my interest rate is double what I have now. Should I buy? Well, in 15 years, their home is now worth 1.6. Loan balance is 476, and your total equity is 1.197. That means your total equity in 15 years on both homes would equal 2.4 million. Where would you be in 15 years with 2.4 million? Would you be in a home, possibly mortgage free, and possibly financially free? What's the alternative? To sell the house. This is really what I want to bring home to you guys. This is something I'm really passionate about. And maybe selling is the right answer. I'm not saying that it isn't, but here's what I want to show you about leveraging real estate. Let's just say that instead of keeping the home, you sold it. Well, now you have a little bit bigger of a down payment, right? So now the same $750,000 home, you have a larger down payment of 35% down. The interest rate is 5.75. At the end of 15 years, that house is going to be worth 1.6. Your loan balance would be 342, and your total equity would be 1.3. This is the difference on having two homes appreciate in value versus one. It's a difference of 1,082,406, meaning this decision was a 7-figure difference by taking the leap of faith and renting your home out, working with a real estate agent to help you find a tenant, write up the contract. I have personally done this. It's not as scary as what you see on all those headlines. We'll help make sure that it's the right home to do it. But my goal is to help you find financial freedom the easy way instead of hard. And 63% of people have a mortgage interest rate lower than 4%. And it might mean that the strategy is to keep it and not sell it. So I'd love to talk further about it. If you have any friends, family that could benefit from this, make sure you share the video. And as always, like or subscribe. Until next time.